information to the reality. There's no reality, it's a common consensus. So he's not lying, he's just talking. And his talking consists of nothing, no content. So the best we can interpret that is it's a lie, he's lying. Because he hasn't given any solid content. No, he's given no solid content. Nothing he said. So, the caveman reality, each other grunting, and so China has to prop up. China buys them. Then they say we can exist. It has no money, but we believe it's got money somehow, so it funnels money into other countries. So they're called sovereign wealth funds, and they have possessed the United States. In other words, there was no United States for 50 years. Now it's really, on a bureaucratic level, no United States. It's owned by international sovereign wealth funds. And China is the figurehead, like the Queen is for all the monarchies of Europe. It's the only one left standing. China is the only country left standing, and the only banker left standing that represents the virtual network of sovereign wealth funds. So China is money to show. So China is electing the president. Now, but the president ain't the president. President Bernanke. They had a Federal Reserve. Where'd you get this money from? From China. Chinese government. A wise falcon hides talent. In the coast in 2000, we stopped hiding our talent. It became total caveman panic, and everybody just started attacking everybody. And one of the symptoms was go to Iraq and tell us grab the local oil. And not for oil, that's just the oil company paranoid, panicking, stirred up, all caused by the potency effects of digital society. So, there's all kinds of effects of that. And the effects are what is, and the advertising agencies also monitor the effects to see where the public's going with some effect, some bad, and they sell them back. That's how the economy's run. So now we've reached a point where there's no more money, there's no Wall Street, everything's bankrupt. Federal Reserve runs. So on one level, Bernanke is the president. We've declared martial law on Wall Street, and we will keep funding dollars from the Federal Reserve, which is legitimately and legally. So everything is constantly canceled, and that's called the tactile economy. The tactile sense, which is not a sense, interplays with such data, but not sense itself. That's the economy. It's a non-economy, tactile economy, that pretends there's interaction among the Then who's president? The president is who's ever winning in the polls. So right now, McCain's ahead. He's the president. Bush ain't the president, or he's not an issue. Who is it of those three candidates? So, in whatever could happen over the next 6 months determines what the polls are going to do, and whoever the polling committee is in November, that'll be it. But that will be changed by March 2009. Whoever is in the polls and is dominating is the president. Because the president is an after image in itself. Has served no useful function other than reminding Americans, or young Americans, that there was a country that they could have grown up in, and they can believe that they're still there as long as they can. They soon drop out, 14, 15 years old, they get into the drugs, sex drugs, blah, 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 digital stuff. Japanese kids don't leave their bedroom now. You know about this problem. There's these kids in their late teens who stay in their bedroom for up to 2 years. Parents can't get them, There's totally invented chip on. So, that's the Japanese response to the chip body. The American response is, what is it? Jackass? You play with your chemical body, beat it up, blow it up? Like Enron, I give you a loan, we call it promise. China buys us so that we keep it a global bipolar economic structure going. We need to have someone that is competing with them selling products or making products. So it buys us so you can pay your test money and we'll give you the product. And you'll claim you pay for it, but you don't have to pay for it because we can't use the money you're giving us because we need to use it to give it back.
Who do you think's going to win the election?
No. There's not going to be an election. Never was an election since 1996. Okay, there was no election in 2000 because the post-information society election is an institution of communication from the civic body to the legislative institutions. All those institutions are swallowed up and that's the end of the meeting. So there's no communication. So you had an election in 2000 that was canceled and was decided by something called the Supreme Court, and everybody thought that sounded efficient playing security, but it's totally resonant with the fact that it's the post-information society. So there wasn't an election. talking about Nixon. So Enron was a good symbol of the death of the president. And then we've had Enron since then constantly. So they're not talking about it in that way. It's called subprime mortgage strategy, credit strategy. Sovereign wealth fund. Yeah, that's right. So China, they don't investigate. But yeah, well, no, Bush ain't lying. This is a Bush lie. No, you think you have standards what's real and you judge his actions.
How do we look at it here like that?
We did through technology. We look at each environment and what it did. The whole wrote a book, Law of Media. Read the Law of Media. It tells you what happens in the print world, what happens in the industrial printing world, what happens in the textile world, and what happens in the digital world. All the patterns are predicted and known by us and intelligence. And that's why we had to press the bullet. Which I, yeah, we end on that point. So that's Bob on radio.